Hey everyone, welcome back to Deep Sky Farms and welcome to Somewhere Different. It's going to be a little bit of a different video this week. I've been off sick with the hacking crud. I haven't been able to talk into a microphone and you can still kind of hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm a little bit raspy and I've got a big bucket of water next to me. So I'm going to be taking frequent breaks and we're going to be looking around this week at some different maps. I'm thinking the numbers are kind of dropping off on agroforest, and I'm not really as into Saxlingham as I thought I would be. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful map. It's just not the map for me right now. So what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to look at some different maps that I'm considering moving a series to or doing a Let's Play on. And the first one we're here in Saint-Gobain, Plain Saint-Gobain, which is in the Alsace region of France, basically pushed right up against the border of Germany and a couple of hundred clicks away from Péligny, just to geographically reference it. The map itself looks like this. So there's not a lot going on here, but there is some pretty good agriculture happening. We own, out of the gate, we own Field 1, 14, 12, 48, and I bought 52 and 35. This map, I've been playing on it. We're almost around, not quite a full calendar year. We're just coming into spring, getting ready to plant. So if we were to pick this up, this is the situation we would be in. The other thing that I realized after looking at it the other day is we also, by owning Field 1, we own all of the woodland around the map. So we can do and build pretty much everything we want, anywhere we want. Which I think is kind of cool. The other reason I think this map is kind of cool is it's fairly detailed. Now, this isn't on ModHub. This is, as far as I know, PC only. I found it on King Mods about 6 months ago. The author posted it and then basically disappeared. There's been no updates to it. It just is, and it's okay. It worked right out of the box, right? And I've done some equipment upgrades on it, of course, because that's what I do. We've got a New Holland TX62 with a couple of headers for it. This is kind of my Massey Ferguson farm. We have a 390T here. This is our little putting around tractor. It gets a lot of work done for a little tractor. And over in this barn here, or this shed here, we've got our big bag crane. This is the metal fact that goes on the back of whichever tractor we want. This is a tedder. It goes on the back of whatever this is on the front of, our front mount mower. So basically it allows you to make hay in one pass. Our Klaus liner, windrower, and our Duchesne trailer. You know, because here we are in France. And I'm trying to keep as much French equipment as I can on this map. If we can. I should have a Renault, but I don't. There's our fertilizer lime spreader. Euroboss forage wagon. This is our corn cutter. Oh my god, it's slow, but it does work. It does work. A little Klaus baler. And two big silage bunkers here that we use to fill up the BGA because we do own the BGA in the sawmill. Our other Massey Ferguson tractor, this is our big pulling tractor. This is the Huard plow. And is there a name brand on that? Oh, it's a Lizard. Okay, Lizard roller. A Robert Mulcher, or Robert, from Belgium. A Rao Onyx Triangle cultivator. A weeder. And our little seeder. Over here in the back, you can see we've got a silo that is currently empty. This is our hayloft building here. I think we have, what do we have in here? We've got some straw and a little bit of hay in there. You can hear our pigs in the pig barn here. We're just starting out. I just got them a couple of months ago, so they're still weak. Yes. And our big cow barn with the feeding robot, which is a little bit out of place, but you know what? It's fine. It's okay. And slurry tanker and miscellaneous bits and bobs around here. We do have another tractor parked away in the barn. I'll show that to you. And then I'll get into why I think this might be a good place to carry on a series. Open up. And there's our other Massey Ferguson tractor. All decked out. And that's our general purpose tour tractor. So what I would do, if we were to pick up a series here, next on the list is planting. So I'm going to need to get a hold of a potato planter. Because we own the BGA and it does take potatoes, and I think they're a little bit cooler than sugar beets. Plus, there's a nice old-looking potato picker on King Mod. I used it in the fall because I bought a field with potatoes in it. Do we have any left? Did I? Oh, we still have carrots left in there too. We should look at selling those carrots. Anyways, we have those. We have, as I said, our big cow barn. This is our water tanker. Carries water. Our greenhouse, we're getting ready to put in a greenhouse over here. I put this chicken coop in as a test just to see if I liked it and if it fit in with the region. I'm not sure about it. It's certainly beautiful. It's the Ivoy Chicken House from May 7th Studio. We also have a big chicken coop over here. It's like a commercial outfit. It's 600 animals. Yeah, so if we wanted to do a lot of chickens, we could do a lot of chickens here. So that would be our thing. Our thing would be to update our livestock, upgrade our livestock. I would have to update, as a side note, I would have to update our mods because I haven't touched this particular map probably in about 3 months. So there's some stuff that needs to be refreshed in there. I would be interested in expanding our forestry area here, and we would have to, we do own the sawmill, but we don't have, there's nowhere on the map to sell the boards from the sawmill, right? Or there's actually, yeah. See, wood beams, no selling point available. Planks, nothing. Planks long, nothing. So that's one deficiency of the map. We would have to come up with some kind of selling station for them in order for that to actually make money. And because we own all of the margins of the map, I'm sure we can figure something out for that. You know, like we've got plenty of space down here where we could put something, and plenty of space over here where we could put something. So this is it. This is Plains Sungovier. If you're interested in us jumping over here for a little bit, leave me a comment down below, and we'll have a look at it. And up next on our little possible map tour here is Krampus Valley. This is one that I found recently. Apparently it's been out for a while, but I just came across it myself. It's an Alpine style map. Hey, how you doing? Set in the Italian Alps, so that would give us the possibility to play with some Italian equipment. The map looks like this. All of these areas in here, these green ones, these are all grass fields. So we've got a lot of opportunity if we want to run silage and stuff. There's a lot of forestry options in here. They're fairly inexpensive, like 10 hectares for 31,000. That's pretty reasonable. We also have the lake down here. That was pretty cool to play with. Topography-wise, it's very hilly. It's very, very hilly. You can see that looking out over here. Starting out, we own a bunch of stuff. We own a dairy. We own the carpentry shop, we own the dairy, the sawmill, and a greenhouse. So right off the get-go, we're into production. And like I say, with the forest land being so cheap, that might be the way to go. Dive right into making boards. Because this one here, unlike the last one, we do have places to sell our wood beams and our planks and our stuff. Right? There's a buildable log cabin that would be fun to play with. A bunch of different opportunities for that. Let's see, manure. We do have a manure buy point, so we could take advantage of the Better Animal Waste mod. Do we have a slurry one? Bale sales at the animal dealer, yeah. Stones. We can sell them at the cement factory, but we can't buy them. Slurry. Okay, there's no selling point or buying point for slurry, which is weird. I thought this map had a BGA on it. Just for reference, there is some weird stuff about this map. I haven't completely figured out what's going on with it, but that's okay. I mean, the forest land is so cheap, it wouldn't be a big deal to do development on there. So yeah, this map here, this is a possibility. We own a lot of these farm buildings. I looked into the XML. Let's just say it's not how I would have done it, but at the same time, we own a lot of stuff that we probably should. But anyways, it's a beautiful map. It's very well detailed, and there's a lot of possibility for play on it. This is something we own. We own the municipal garage, which is okay. That's cool. You know, we can go out and play in the snow. We've got a blower and a Kubota and a gritter over there. So we can go out and can have fun with that. Down here at our sawmill, this came with the map. This was actually up at the municipal garage. Our little Kubota loader and shovel. This back here, this is a sawmill, but it's not hooked up yet. So I don't know what the plans are for that. This is our regular sawmill here. This is from Silver Run. You know it, you love it. It works. And on our main farm, I changed out all of the equipment. I'm trying to make it fit with the region and feel right. I think this Silo King, I had problems with it and it didn't work how I thought it would. So that may go away. We have cows. We have a lot of cows. But not a very big cow pasture. I think that's something I would probably want to change if we can. And then down here is the rest of our equipment. We have a John Deere 6M and the Lindner. And I changed out the garage that was here because it was too small to actually be useful. So I put in a bale and pallet storage. Fair enough, right? So this is Krampus Valley. This could be fun. It might take a little bit of work to make it work, but it could be fun. Part of me wants to tear the whole thing apart, and then the other part of me says, well, you know, you have your own map to work on. Don't be worried about that. Anyway, if you want us to have a little tour around here, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Oh, it's raining. To continue on with the theme of Alpine, this is the map Dahlberg. It's been out a couple of weeks now. Mr. Sealy P did a really good video on it. It's another one in this theme of valley surrounded by mountainous countryside. There was one by Poor Boy Modding on Farming Simulator 22 that I can't remember, but it was very much the same idea as this. So we're here in Dahlberg. We're at our house, and what I did so far on this map, if we were to pick it up, I sold off all of the farming stuff. I sold the field, I sold the combine, I sold the tractor, I sold everything. And I traded it all in on farming, forestry equipment. And I went up into the mountains behind town here, bought a forestry plot, because we start this map owning the carpentry production. Oh, actually, no, that's not strictly true. We don't own it, but it's available to purchase for $0. So we got the carpentry production, which gives us something to do with our log. Now, let's see. We are up in here is where the work site is. And you can see how amazing and detailed this map is. You can also see how steep it is. I would recommend, if you haven't checked out any of the map tours, go check them out. They really, really show off the topography of the map. So if I were to do this, I would carry on doing German-style forestry, and eventually, we're at 190,000 now from selling logs, and we only did the first cut and setup off of one plot. I'll show you where we are. I would like to, invest in a tree harvester and carry on with doing the log. This is our work yard here. So we've got this here, the big pit. And this one here, this does have Shift B. Yeah, it is Shift B. Okay, spins us around so we can run our crane. So we've got our Fendt, our favorite 916, that's been pulling our log trailer. We've got this. I dug out this entire flat with the old Volvo, and let me just say, she did some pretty good work. Got our yarder and our Tesla with the Tesla tree harvester on the back of a Valtra, of course, as one does. And we've got our mulcher here, winch. This is our survey box, our survey equipment for TerraFarm. And then here we've got our mulcher. Somewhere around here, parked around here, we do have a little FarmTech trailer. But this is it. This is where we would be continuing from, expanding our cutting operation, getting more logs out, buying another plot, and maybe start to play with some constructibles here. This is Delheim. If you want us to hop on here, let me know. Okay, so yes, I know, this is the third one. This is literally the Alps. This is Erlengrad, but reworked for Farm Sim 25. It looks amazing, and there's some really cool stuff happening on here. It looks hard, though. It looks really, really hard. But, that's if we want to do the game on hard mode, there we are. Here's our starting farm. We start out with this little patch of grass here, and we've got basically nothing other than that. Land prices are expensive, so we can't play the game of dump our money into a forestry plot. But what we do have, just for example, let's go down here, lime. Okay, so we've got a bulk lime station. Oh, we don't have a bulk manure station. We do have sales for wood if we do get into that. Okay, biogas. We do have a biogas plant, so we can sell slurry and we can sell silage. We've got a place to sell stones. Wood chips. There's a bunch of different wood chips. There is a train. Oh, the animal dealer takes wood chips. Okay, that's really cool. That's kind of cool. TMR, we can sell TMR at the animal dealer. It doesn't get as much as silage, I don't think. Oh, it does. It gets slightly more than 360. It gets about the same as silage. Okay. And we do have a bulk fertilizer station. That's good. Have liquid fertilizer? No. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. But look at this map. Also, we've got some pretty cool starting equipment. This one here, you don't see that as start farm stuff very often. Got a corn hatter and a grain hatter. Over here, we have... I haven't touched this. I'm just looking at it now for the second time. There's our Brantner trailer. Good. It's got a very similar feel to Krampus, but it seems a little bit more polished. Here's our Fendt 516. Yeah, okay. I would change this out. There's a much nicer model available on Mod Hub. So that would be the first thing I would change. Our little Fendt 300. This is, oh, yeah, this is a fun little tractor to tour around in. Plus, we have this. So if we're going to be doing Alpine stuff, I would probably get the Alpine Pottinger rig set up. But this is a fun tractor to drive. And then we've got a couple of Farm Tech wagons over here, and Pottinger pickup wagon, and the small baler. It's alright. It'll do. I mean, we don't actually have any animals to start with. I think we have one horse. We are a 1 horsepower farm. So we've got sheep and chickens. So no cows. Is there a cow barn available on the map? I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It may take some exploring. But yeah, we have a sheep pen. All right, that's pretty cool. And a rather nice looking sheep pen. Gate. That works. And our chicken pasture is right there. These are custom. There's a bunch of these scattered around the map. But look, it looks gorgeous. Also, we have a custom animal transport system here. So this will do sheep, and cows, and chickens, and horses, and goats, and pigs. I didn't see a piggery in here in it either, so, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, it just means I haven't seen it. Apparently what's cool though, is we've got manure off of the horse and chicken sheep barns. I haven't confirmed that, I heard it on a map tour. We'll have to find out. There's our pallet storage. And a plow and a cultivator. And there we go, our beautiful little farm. So if you'd like us to do some, I guess, Germany. If you'd like us to do some farming in the German Alps, this would be a good place to do it. Let us know down in the comments. Well, apparently this comes from the map too. This is custom. This could be fun. How, you know, if we were to do this, I would start it by, just look here. Yeah, first thing I would do is grab this canola contract right off the bat. Because that would put about $6,000 in the pocket. Or maybe the baling contract. They want round bales, borrow that, 400. It would put 6,500 into our pocket, and that wouldn't take very long. All right, that might be the thing. If you want to do this, let me know. And last up on this episode of maps that I'm thinking about jumping onto or into is Riverview by Cavalier Roy. I played a little bit of this when it first came out, and then I liked it, and then I got distracted by some other stuff. Now, if I were to do Riverview, the way I would try to do it this time is sort of as an author intended challenge. I would just do it as it's written because I think that has a lot of potential. I wouldn't replace the basic rules behind author intended is you're not allowed to change out anything on the map for your first map year. And if you want to run 2 days a week or 2 days a month, 1 day a month, whatever, but you have to keep everything the same. You're not allowed to buy, you're not allowed to sell, you're not allowed to change equipment. You just play the map as the author wrote it for a year. Then you can make changes. And then, the other component to that is there's a lot of productions. You have to fill every production at least once, fill every animal pen at least once, and so on and so on. So that might be a fun thing to do on this map. I think this is a gorgeous map. It's got a lot of things going on. It starts out really strong in terms of equipment. You've got a lot of things to do, and you've got a lot of things to do. Don't get me wrong, the first day one on this map is hectic. We also have the farm production here. That comes with the map. There's a lot of productions that can be ran through there. We've got a good sized grain silo here, storage, nice big silage clamp here, more storage, and we have a lot of fields and a lot of potential to play. This, we have built-in forestry here, right? Look at all this timber. If we wanted to get into that, that would be pretty cool. That would be what we would start into after year one. And there's more plots like that around the map. I love the topography on this map. It's very up-down. It's got amazing sight lines. It was very well designed, very well thought out. And here's that Fendt 516 again. I would entertaining making an exception to the rule of changing this out, just because there is a much better model for this rig out there. I've got it on Maypole, and it's just more visually appealing. But depends how hardcore we want to go on author challenge. 4 productions on this map. We own that, and there are a whack of them there. So we would keep ourselves busy trying to finish this off. If I remember correctly, we had 5 years to do all the production stuff. For prices, let's just drop down here. We've got multiple places. Oh, there is a warehouse, so we can buy wood beams and wood chips and stuff like that. Planks for the memories. Yeah, we can buy that. There is no bulk. Is there a herbicide? No bulk herbicide. I'm looking for digestate. No. That's something that I wish would be part of Farming Simulator, is if you're going to have a biogas plant, make it a digestate cell point. That's just... Oh, there's an iron mine. Oh, no iron mine. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for lime. Lime. Okay, there is no bulk station for lime either. Slight downside, not the end of the world. It's a give and take. But again, this is a candidate for an amazing map that I would like to play, and it got enough that I think it would make for an interesting Let's Play, because we wouldn't be constantly driving around in circles and fields, or driving around in rectangles and fields. But anyway, you know what I mean. This is our starting. All the equipment here is the original starting equipment. There's our combine. This is what we get. I haven't even really started doing stuff here. These are our wheat fields. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Nice Massey Ferguson tractor down here. This is a good map. And I can tell you that I'm currently playing the Maypole map by Cavalier Roy and enjoying the hell out of it. So I enjoy their style of map making. So this might be an interesting one, and if we don't do the if we don't do the author intended challenge, maybe we do a construction series on this or something. We'll see how it goes. And again, this is one where there's enough going on where if we wanted to start a mining and quarrying operation, we could do that. I'd like to do something that involves playing with Terraform. I think that would be fun. I just feel that I've kind of outgrown the agroforests map as much as I like it. It feels a little bit restrictive, and Saxlingham, for me, it's a very specific kind of play style that I can't make an entertaining Let's Play on. Daggerwind can make an entertaining Let's Play on it, but I can't. So there's that. Also, we have a garage here. Workshop on the farm. That's nice. Got 2 big cow barns. This has our dairy operation in it. The other one has our beef operation on it. We've got some chickens ready to go. We don't have sheep on this farm. We might have them elsewhere on the map, though. Yeah, cow barn, chicken coop, cow barn. I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And again, maybe we cut some forest down and put in a sheep pen, right? Because there's 57. $57 is our farm. And why is it that's weird. That's very weird. That's very, very, very weird. I don't think the margins are viable, but I could be wrong about that too. Anyway, this will conclude it for our look around at potential maps and potential places to move to. Thank you very much for coming out. I really enjoyed bouncing around and showing you some of the stuff I'm looking at. I might do another one of these because I'm also looking at Judith Plains. I'm looking at Alma, Missouri. I did a big setup on there last week. And Iowa Plains View is due for an update. That's a possibility. I like the Celebuki maps. I've been messing around on BR 163 and the other South American map, what's it called? New Horizons, has a lot of potential. So if you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you really, really like what we're doing, think about subscribing. We're up to 175 subscribers, y'all. Thank you for that. That's really cool. We're going for 200, and then after 200, infinity. This is Deep Sky Farms. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. And until we see you again, take care of yourselves, y'all.